How much do you think music has a part to play in that?
Now this is the truth. Especially when it comes to drill music. Drill music and music are not causing the problems, but they're amplifying them because it's giving people an opportunity now to voice their transgressions, their aggressions, and direct them at certain people and have it be heard by a. Do you know what we've got now? We've got a nation of playground people.
That's interesting, you know.
Don't let man say that.
That is interesting, you know.
That has become the world now through the videos and the music. Where man was like, no, man, can't let man say that. Now the internet's saying that.
Social media.
What? Is Big Man Jay gonna let man say that about? Nah, that man there's gone wet. Comment.
And more time is nicks. Any dickheads.
Punks that's never been around it.
Been on the roads.
But man, I getting incensed by that. No, I can't have this. I gotta go out and ride right now, fam. You see me? So that's what's happened now. That's what's happened. So the music is not causing our problems because we've got these problems already. Like these are things that are happening. We've got conflicts. We've got fragmentations. Now we've got youths that are creating divisions now because to have ops is cool. To have no ops is not cool. You have no relevance unless you have ops. So we have the problems, but the music and the videos and the online world is now amplifying it because it's allowing you now to violate a man to a much larger audience. Some man got violated back in the day, but we didn't know. Unless you were in the you didn't know about it.
What's your views on the media? You touched on obviously the media being written and how the media is written, the narratives that's put out. You've also mentioned about agendas, which is something I'm hot on because I always believe if there's a new story out there, there's an agenda behind it 9 times out of 10. What have you learned about the media? What are your views on the media, mainstream media, and just how literally everything, not just the roles, but global politics, everything is covered, the inside scoop? What's your views?
For me, it feels like media is covered from a perspective, an angle, a political positioning that benefits whatever allegiance that media platform has. And also maybe whatever allegiance, I guess maybe nationally that the platform may have. So like, I personally feel like when it came to a lot of the stuff with young people, because I remember there was always things that used to happen, like incidents, and I was always like, why is this not in the news? Like, man got stabbed in the head 10 times.
I got stabbed in my face, bro.
Yeah, didn't make the news. Why is this not in the news? So I started to realize that, you know what it is? I feel like, well, not realize, but I started to feel like, do you know what it was? This is part of a wider plan to maybe push through certain legislations that are going to allow a more heavy-handed approach to young people. If we show enough of what's going on, to be honest, it is happening.
But things like stop and search, all the stories of that, when we had that big epidemic of the knife crime going on, the acid attacks.
So if we show that these guys are out of control, then when we bring in a heavy-handed approach, it's going to be welcome. It's like with the even though driving and texting and looking at your phone is never good, but if you notice, like, there'll be quite a few stories about people that were in crazy accidents on the road because of phones, because they want to give you a reason to why we're doing this. Like we're becoming further intrusive, but this is why. Do you know what I mean? We're going to be more heavy-handed with you, but this is why. And I realized from university that if you want to, you can manipulate any sources of information to put across an argument. I can make you believe that the sky must be green and the ground must be blue by having intelligent enough manipulation of informations, taking certain parts of informations and putting them and binding them together. And that's all it really is. It's just like that, but on a live scale. It's like we need justification to why we're doing certain things. Like, there's also other conspiracy theories about, like, even when it comes to like the wars and stuff, in terms of what was benefited from them.
I spoke to a high-profile journalist about Gaddafi, who busted me on some important information. So.
Even that, like, is it a coincidence that a lot of the places that were intercepted were very oil-rich places.
And thriving during the economic crash as well.
Thriving, yeah.
It's not.
I'm not gonna make it.
It's not.
But sometimes,
You know what's so mad about it? What frustrates me? I think with the not necessarily the evidence, the circumstantial evidence in front of us only points to this no longer being a conspiracy theory, but something we have to consider as facts. Yet,
yeah,
no one talks about it.
Yeah.
We don't address it. Why do you think that is?
they'll cut you off. Like they'll cut you off. No one it's like.
Would you ever do a documentary on that?
On something conspiring.
Something like something juicy, something that you think, right, this could possibly,
I wanted to. Got blocked.
Got blocked.
Yeah, like I wanted to do. It wasn't even such a big scale like that. I wanted to do a documentary, and I still want to do it, but I wanted to go covert. Yeah, I wanted to go covert. I wanted to show the truth about the job centre.
You were never gonna be allowed to do that.
I wanted to show the truth about job centre. Job centre is a place that treats people horrifically, and it's also a place that is just trying to not help you out of unemployment, but ultimately keep you there and treat you like the trash that they want you to believe that you are. And there were some horrible stories that I got, but I was told that going covert into something like that is dangerous because you have to have actual evidence that something is going on, and then just basically go in there and show that. If you don't, then you're liable to a lot of
legal shit.
Yeah, but it did get commissioned by London Live. But unfortunately, London Live, at the time it got commissioned, went through a massive change. And so all the developing and stuff that we done just basically ended up just kind of coming to nothing. But it was a good experience. And it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more, so that when I went into actually doing what I do now, I had a bit more of understanding. But I still want to do that.
Because if they're like, sorry, go on.
No, go on.
If there was like a documentary that someone said, alright, cool, this documentary could 50% chance you're gonna pass, 50% chance it's gonna ruin your life. But not me completely ruin your life. But 50%. But if you pass, you are out of this world, and the story is crazy. What would you do?
I might take a chance, man. Because to be honest, I've got there's a show that was actually kind of pitched to me, that had already been pitched to a channel from a production company, and I was like, yo, if I do that, that's gonna make me hated by a lot of people, especially man. Like the man them are gonna hate. Man. Yeah, not man, but this man I can't say, but because it might still be in like process of yeah. But like they were like, yeah, we want you to do it, and it's like I'm like, oh, do you know what? It will get watched as well. Yeah. But and also it might even mess me up because people might be like, well, hold on a second, he's actually like been part of that as well, and I was just I was like, ooh.
People don't want to see you change, man.
And I'm just like, but you know what? Yeah, if it does come around, I'm probably gonna do it. Yeah. I'm probably gonna do it, but it's a very hard question. Like, I think integrity is important with what I do. Your integrity is important, and the thing is, with this show though, there's no real integrity. It's like it doesn't need to happen. It would just be a very interesting show for this country, and a very interesting concept. But in what you were saying, that sounds like it had relevance. In fact, let me go to Twitter quickly.
Go on, do your thing.
Go to Twitter. Yeah, cut for a second. Yeah.
So yeah, taking a project that might risk you but bust you at the same time. What would you say? Did you say you had something there?
I personally feel like doing what I do is a bit of a responsibility as well. I feel like I really do like. I like to, even in general in my own life, I like to bring information to people about things that they might not have known about. Yo, did you know this is happening? What? Yeah, bro. Like I couldn't believe it myself. Like, and I did more research around it, and apparently this and this and this as well. What? I think I'm in a position now where I think it's kind of like I have a right, and I have not a right, but I have a responsibility, a duty to not so much educate, but at least bring light to things that maybe people don't know about. So going back to your question about if I would take a project that was dangerous, but it could either ruin me or make me, I think you have to do that. You got to take a chance, especially if the subject matter itself is something that people need to know, man. I think if it's just like a bit more of like if it's not as relevant, if it's just something that's like you're just trying to get up off of some effery, then maybe not. But if it's something that has, like, for instance, I shouldn't be talking about my ideas, but I've got ideas that I want to do shows around, to do with, let me try not to tell you too much, but trying to do shows with around issues that are happening in like beautiful places that people don't know are happening. Like,
you don't have to be specific.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening. Like there's even on like an environmental level. I've never really been an environmentalist, but I'm getting more into I think, do you know what it is? I did a piece for the Sky One show that I do, What's Up TV, on plastic pollution in the sea, and it really opened up my eyes. You know, we've got a mass of plastic pollution in the sea that's so big it can be seen from outer space. And it's 7 times the size of Japan.
I thought that was a myth. 7 times the size of Japan?
Bro, it's massive, bro. It can be seen from space.
In the ocean?
Yes, bro. We've got a massive problem. And then like we've got fish and marine life and wildlife around the areas that are eating like these plastics and stuff. And there haven't been like any major causes for concern, but it's not good for them. Yeah. It's dangerous. Like, bro, there's marine life in the sea that are seeing plastic bags thinking it's jellyfish and trying to eat it. They don't tell the difference. Like, we've got serious problems, man. Like, and so that kind of opened up my mind a little bit more as to what's going on. And then also I went to Thailand and I met this guy who does this thing called aquaponics. Have you heard of it? No. It's deep, bro. It's a system, an ecosystem, a self-sustainable ecosystem where you can use the waste of fish. I think he had what fish did he have? I can't remember. You can use the waste of fish that goes through the system to feed your plants and your green life, and then the water and oxygen and stuff and the waste that they use can be filtered back into the system to feed the fish, and it's like an ecosystem where you can have like a healthy system of fish that are growing and crop and plant life and vegetation, and it's mind blowing. But like he was saying, this could be the thing that we could use to kind of like not save the environment, but at least be of great benefit to the environment. And it's making me think, man. So like, to get back to the point is, I feel like I'm always trying to find breaking things that are happening in places and stuff that maybe people don't know about, that people need to know about, because hopefully as well, by knowing about it, maybe we can address it as well, because some things actually happen and are just allowed to happen because no one's caring about it yet. Like kids have been killing kids since we've been young. Me and you are both in our late 20s. Like kids have been killing kids since they were young, since we were young. But is it only now that it's become a...
I had a conversation with my mum who insists that it's got worse. Insists, but I told her the Vikings used to fight back in the day.
That's how they got in.
But no, if you really think about it, as a society, we're far more barbaric than we are.
Yeah, of course. Bro, this country is built on barbarism. Like, they came in and invaded through the middle, which is why you notice all the accents and the Gaelic language, the Celtic languages are spoken in those regions. Yeah. Like, in fact, we laugh at the people that speak with these accents, but actually they're speaking how we would have all been speaking if we weren't invaded through the middle. Yeah. So you find, like, you know, Welsh, they've got their language because they were originally here, but they got pushed out. Scottish have their own accent, and some people even say they have elements of their own language as well. Ireland as well. They got the Gaelic language. That's because they were here and pushed this way. So that came in through a push that was not just like, hey guys, would you mind moving? It was like, yo, unless you want to die, like, you better just make space for us because we're coming in with a little bit of Roman rule, you know what I mean? And so you're right, like we are built on in many ways atrocity as well. You know what I mean? Like, even in terms of like how we were taken from, this is getting deep, but taken from Africa and brought to different countries in the Caribbean or South America or wherever else. Australia was built upon the vagabonds and the vagrants, being the criminals, being sent over there because we don't want them over here. bro, a lot of cultures have been built on complete atrocity and complete exploitation.
Speaking of the Romans, what's your belief system? What's your faith? You mentioned faith in God. You also mentioned believing in the universe. What do you believe in spiritually, religiously?
Yeah, man, I never talk about religion, but I have my faith. I'm a faithful person. I have my faith. In fact, my faith is probably what gives me strength.
My mum said the exact same thing.
Yeah, it probably does give you much strength. We need something, bro. Like, you know what I mean? We need something to hold on to because we are not, bro. We need something, and yeah, my faith, and also, but like when you speak about the universe, I believe in energies, man. Like people say to me, like, oh, you keep on doing this for them and this for that, not for that person, but like they're not doing nothing for you. But I don't do it to get back. I don't care if you're gonna give me something, but I'm not gonna give you £25 because I wanted 25 back. Oh, do you know I really need 25? I don't know if I can give back, bro. Here, you need £25. I don't care about getting it back, but I think people have this system. It's like, oh, we need to get things. I don't care. I do as my spirit leads me. Like, and I do a lot of things like that. Like, even like, I'm not going to get into names and stuff, but there's people in this industry that I'm in right now who know that very early in their careers, I touched their careers. I touched it because I could see that they have talent or ability. And I done what I could. With my little platform at the time, I was SBTV's presenter, so I did a lot of hype on me. I done what I can, say, yo, look at this person, look at that person. I've linked people up with other people. And some people would, to the outside world, be even seen to be doing better than me now. But that's fine. My return is your success. Or my return is your...
Because you don't do it to get anything back.
Nah, bro. Like, I feel happy. Yeah. Like, you doing good, you being in a happy place is my return. And you don't even need to tell me it's because of me. But me just seeing now that you were there, I tried to do what I could do a little bit, even if it's just a little bit, and now you're here, I'm happy, bro. So I think that's part of my belief in energies. Like, and to be honest, like sometimes I feel like a lot of negative happens to me, like not majorly, but like I feel like, really, how come I haven't got like good luck? But you know what I mean, like I haven't got. But then if I really break it down, like even being in a position that I am right now, I've been given my blessings. Like, you know that saying that Caribbean people say, they say count your blessings. I think we do need to do that, man. We need to count our blessings and stop focusing. Even in my poem that I released the other day, I said it's so... Spin it. I can't remember it. I don't remember. I never remember. But I said something like it says, you're much closer than you think. You feel you're far, but you're right on the brink. It says, drink from the cup of success. Think what you've achieved and don't stress. It's so much easier for us to think about what we haven't got as opposed to focusing on what we do. But success is seeing, progress is pre, and it's right around the corner from you. You know what I mean? So what I was saying is like, it's so much easier for us to focus on what we don't have instead of thinking about what we do. And that's like, it's simple, but it's just so true. And so when I go back to your point about the faith and about the universe, I'm just like, well, do you know what? Like, I have been blessed. Do you know what I mean? I won a competition to become a presenter. Boom. I ended up winning an opportunity to present my first TV documentary, and it's set me on a run of them after. Like, I've been on The Right Stuff. I've been on national shows where they've kind of honored me for being, a talent. You know what I mean? So I have been, but it's just that sometimes I'm just like, oh, do you know what? Yeah, flipping up, so close, but it's just not happening. But faith is powerful, man. Like, do you know what it is? I'm at a stage now where it's like, even when things are not going that well, I'm like, but what am I worrying for? One, because I know what kind of person I am. I'm not going to sit down and wallow and not do anything about my trajectory. I'm going to be actively working on it. And two, like, man, God's got me, man. You get me? Like, just calm. I used to get so nervous. Like, even now, like a time like now where I haven't got a certified project in place, are you worrying? Like, oh man, like, where's money going to come from? Where's this? But bro, like, we know what kind of people we are. You're here today because you're that kind of person. Like, we only set this up a couple of hours ago. Do you know what I mean? But that's what proactive people do. Boom, let's get to it. We don't need to worry. put faith in the universe, and also put faith in your faith if you have it. If you don't have it, you don't have to have faith. I don't say people have to have faith. I completely understand agnostic approach to life. I understand it. I understand why people might believe that there's some sort of higher force or higher being, but they don't really want to be part of any one denomination. I understand that, but at least in the very least, believe in doing good. You know what I mean? Believe in putting out the right energy, because it's not a secret to know that, you know, what we give out is usually what we get back. There are some bastards that give out nothing but negative and they get good. It happens as well. But my mum said to me, who was it the other day? Was it my mum or somebody that said to me a scripture from the Bible? I don't even really go to the Bible. They said a scripture from the Bible which said something like, God will, even the sinners will be blessed, or something like that. My mum, I can't remember that. Don't quote me, you Christians. Sorry if you're going to get offended. But it was very strong. I was like, you know, that's very true. It said something along the lines of basically, even those who are not good people will be given blessings by God. It's just how it goes. People will be given blessings, innit? I guess blessings don't discriminate. But in general, what you put out is what you get back, man. Like, there's no surprise to why Stormzy's doing as well as he is. I don't know if have you ever met Stormzy before? Bro, when you meet Stormzy, bro, that's a very positive, energy, blessed spirit of a youth.
Is it?
Very, like, I met him on the cusp of like what was gonna become, you know what I mean, like, and I was just like, man, you can't help, you can't not like him. And the thing is, why it's so amazing is, I know I shouldn't even say this because this sounds like racist in itself, but it's like, he's a very big, tall, very dark, young brother from a certain place.
You didn't know you think he was any...
But it doesn't matter, because his personality and the way he is supersedes all of that preconception that you may have. And that's why, and he puts a lot, I'm not saying it's because of God, but he puts a lot of his faith and his belief into God. I'm not saying that's the reason why he's successful, but I think these things can help.